Where was I? Oh, yes. Square and their complete pile of shit. Okay, a lot of you out there are probably saying, hey, man, why is he saying Square hasn't made anything good since Final Fantasy X? They made Kingdom Hearts. You know what? Kingdom Hearts was good. But you know why it was good? Because they hooked up with Buena Vista. You know what that is? That's Disney. That game was basically half Square, half Buena Vista, and it was just unoriginal for them. Okay? Yeah, sure, there was a lot to it, and I'll give them credit. It was a lot better than a lot of the shit that had came out between Final Fantasy X and Kingdom Hearts. But let's conceptually look at this. It's a game where the character has a huge key as a weapon. I heard that right off the bat and I said, no thanks. Keep that weak shit to yourself. I don't want to play that. Oh, it's got Disney characters in it? Oh, that's great. That's spectacular because when I think of a role-playing game, I think of Daffy Duck and Goofy fighting beside me. Get that shit out of here. Please. I never even played that shit. How you like them apples? So, and you know what? Square doesn't just stop. My criticism of Square doesn't just stop at their video games. Their projects that they have made outside of video games deserve some criticism too. Okay? Oh, and yes, I'm going there. Advent Children. Okay? Oh, sweet Jesus, did I hate that shit. You know why I hate that shit? Just because of the ending. Okay, I thought it was an average movie at best. I've seen a couple anime things that were on par with that. The fact that this was a movie that had a budget behind it that was tenfold a lot of what the other anime companies in Japan have. Okay, I hate the end of it. You know why? Because it ruined the goddamn movie. Okay, you know, I was kind of stunned when I first saw it. You know, okay, Sephiroth's dead, blah, blah, blah. Cloud basically is, you know, standing on top of that building, and his two buddies that, you know, are supposed to be dead come charging at him. They do, you know, some Palestinian bomber attack, blow up and kill him. I was like, holy shit, that kind of took me off guard. They killed his ass. That's pretty impressive. Damn, I can't believe they went there like that. But no, he doesn't die. They somehow just flash, and I don't know, maybe someone can explain that shit to me, but you know what, don't explain that shit to me, because I don't know, because I don't care, and I don't want to know. They pull him out of the life stream, and he lives! What is the big deal with that? I mean, that makes no sense. Why is he ever fearing death in the movie when they could just take him to that goddamn life stream river and bring his ass back to life? What's the big deal? Have him strap a bomb to himself, give Sephiroth a big Santa Claus how do you do hug, and blow his ass up. Why didn't they do that in the beginning? They could have made the movie 10 minutes long. So anyways, Advent Children sucked big floppy donkey dong. Okay? Now, what does Square have for the future? Final Fantasy 13. Okay? This is a game that has been in production for over a year now. It was just released on Blu-ray.com that they're going to be releasing a playable preview of the game on Advent Children when it's released on Blu-ray in March of 2009. The playable demo is getting released in 2009. I guarantee you, this game will not get released, I would say probably 2011, early 2011. Why would it have to take that long? And you know what? I'm not going to criticize them. Maybe it'll come out earlier. But you know what? I doubt it. So, my final thing that I want to cover here, and this is the king piss me off on all of this. The big piss on my Sunday here is, why don't they realize that they are a one-trick pony? Okay? And granted, I'm leaving out a lot of stuff like, Dirge of Cerberus, and Jesus Christ, that's been pissed on enough. This company needs to realize what they have done right best has been the past. I am talking Chrono Cross. I am talking Final Fantasy games on the NES. I am talking about Final Fantasy's debut on the PS2 with Final Fantasy VII. They need to take these games, they need to revamp them, and they need to release them on the goddamn next generation consoles! What's so hard to do that? Why don't they just do that? Why? Why don't they just do that? That's right. You have the answer. There is no answer. Okay, sure, they keep teasing that Final Fantasy VII will be made for PS3. But no. They keep remaking games like Final Fantasy III and a couple other games for handheld consoles. You know what? I don't want the handheld shit. I want to see stuff in high-definition graphics. Okay? Everyone has plasma and LCD TVs with 1080 resolution. More and more people, I don't know if you've noticed this, Square, but more and more people are buying shit like Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3s. Okay? PlayStation 2, NES, PlayStation 1, that's all in the past. Final Fantasy VII, I guarantee you, if that shit was released on a next-gen console, it would be one of the best-selling games that year. I would buy that. I played Final Fantasy VII several times, and I hate this goddamn company. But you know what? I would buy their retro shit. I don't know. Maybe they're sitting in their office and they're saying, oh no, we should let the nostalgia value of these games build up. It's too early to release them. That's bullshit. You know what? Those games are going to get more and more buried the more you guys wait. You know why? Because Halo is hip. Gears of War is hip. Computer games are hip. You know what? Your shit is not going to be hip if you let it sit and collect dust. Release this shit, make this shit, realize that your one-trick pony company was the previous games you've made in the previous century. Because so far, since 2000 struck on my calendar, you guys have made nothing but shit. Granted, okay, some of the games they've made have been considered good, but compared to their track record of making great to phenomenal games, the stuff they've made since 2000 sucks. So, as my plead, maybe someone from Square would see this. Maybe some dork is sitting in his office in Tokyo and he searches videos, since God knows half of them aren't working on their video games since they take 600 years to come out. Maybe some pencil pusher is watching this from Square. He's going to say, you know what? This guy's got a point. We haven't been making good shit. Let's remake Chrono Cross. Let's remake Chrono Trigger. Let's remake the shit that people bought in the millions. Why do you think Mario still sells? Because they just revamp it. I mean, sure, it's different in a lot of ways, but you know what? In a lot of ways, Mario games are nothing but the same thing every time. They're just rendered better, they're better graphics, they look better, they're on better gaming systems. Square, fix your shit. And with nothing other to conclude this with, I think I've said all my points. I'm sure this is over 10 minutes long, and I hope you guys watched part 1 before part 2. Have a good night.